You just had breakfast and applesauce.
You could say Kara Ryder has her hands full.
You guys making music?
And as you can imagine, with 3 kids under the age of 4 comes a lot of stuff. Stuff everywhere.
It is sometimes stressful because I can't handle everything all over the place. Most of the time you just put it in a spot and ignore it and say maybe you'll get to it later.
One study found Americans spend 9 million hours every day looking for misplaced items.
What I hear the most from my clients is that they don't know where to begin, which is a little bit about what you were saying earlier, right?
Yes.
You start to feel overwhelmed, that anxiety takes over, and then it shuts our brains down.
Melissa Fortino with Organized by Melissa sees it all too often. In fact, clutter is proven to affect your brain's ability to concentrate, overloading your senses. And the amount of stress you experience has been found to be directly proportional to the amount of stuff you have.
Most families are storing trash throughout their house, and that's the part that people are blown by. They're like, I had no idea this was even in this room. That's the whole point of doing this. You're going to find either treasures or trash.
But first, you have to identify it.
So if we come right back out here, what we're going to do is I always start at the door, okay? So if you step outside the room, so even when I'm not here, you can do the same exact thing. This is literally your start here arrow, okay? So you want to think you start with the floor near the door.
Then work your way around the floor. From there, move to the perimeter of the room and onto the center, creating a path for yourself.
So these are the last 2 items out of this box, which is now empty.
Melissa then approaches organizing with a 3-phase process. The first step, sometimes the hardest, sorting and purging.
So when you're thinking about what to keep, I want you to think about what you need, what you use, and what you love. I have a lot of people that will freeze and they're like, I don't know where this should go. So that's how I talk them through that. Who uses it? Where did they use it the majority of the time? And then all of a sudden the light bulbs start to turn.
We can just get rid of it.
And then you can redistribute items to where they belong with clearly labeled bins.
This gives you focus. Instead of running something down to the basement as soon as you find it, these containers help you stay focused on the room.
That's actually a really good idea because I tend to run up and down where it's supposed to go.
Exactly. And then the whole point of what you started gets lost because then all of a sudden you're in the basement, then you're on Facebook on your phone, then somebody's crying and you're taking care of them, and this room is forgotten about. So you want to make this the star of the show.
Okay.
These are your focus keepers.
Making decisions.
These should really move to main floor redistribution.
And holding yourself accountable in the moment.
It's like a play mat, which I haven't used in who knows when.
Okay. Do you think you'll use it with any of the kids?
No.
Okay, what would you like to do with that?
We can donate it.
I like it.
Empowering yourself to take back control of your space and life.
There's only so much you can get done in a day, and it has to be one thing at a time.
Thank you for saying that because I am really hard on myself and I feel like I can get more accomplished throughout the day, but I have to realize that my kids need me and I have to play with them, sit down and focus with them.
And so that's the whole idea of organizing the whole house, is that ultimately it's freeing and liberating so the family can spend more time together and the things become less and less important.